welcome to LSJ News. I'm Janine Harding with your top stories at 1:15. Police are warning residents to be vigilant following a surge of break-ins in the West End area of Lincoln. A number of reports have been made to the force regarding overnight break-ins. However, the police are still looking for possible links between each of the incidents. A police spokesperson has urged the public to stay sensible, always lock their doors and leave their valuables in a safe place.
I think it's a sense that I didn't quite believe it at first. I was thinking I probably just misplaced it, but then once I fully realised that I'd been robbed, it was weird. I went through like a range of emotions. So I was quite angry at first, but then that sort of died off, and then I was just quite upset really, because I lost a lot of work and stuff on that as well, which I hadn't backed up.
The City of Lincoln Council will be replacing faulty moving CCTV cameras within the city, as a quarter of the devices no longer work. The cameras need constant maintenance, and many have had their automatic settings stopped to reduce further damage. The council will be discussing how they'll remove the faulty cameras at the end of the month.
I imagine it will make people less safe, because obviously if they're not covering the area that they're meant to cover, then obviously if someone gets attacked or anything like that, then they're not going to catch it, and then if they go to the police, they look back on CCTV and it's just one still image of where it was, and they're not going to catch what happened.
You think the security cameras are working and they're not, then you're not covered, are you? You know, for assaults and that sort of thing.
Bacon and sausages are said to be just as damaging as cigarettes, with sales of both foods plummeting in the past 2 weeks. The World Health Organization claim that processed sausage and bacon meat could be a major cause of cancer. Supermarkets across the country have seen sales drop by almost £3 million.
So in these sausages, that sausage and bacon, there's something added to the ingredient to make them not so good. If they're worried about it, they should source the meats from a local butcher. The local butcher will tell you where it's come from and how it's prepared.
Lincolnshire County Council have said that people are not recycling enough. The county has a target of 55% of all waste to be recycled. These targets were not met over the last year, with a shortfall of 5.6%. The council have said that residents are not pulling their weight, but some are finding that their bins aren't being collected.
Our recycling bins are collected bi-weekly, and we had them completely full and out on the curb where they were meant to be, and they were not collected essentially. So we then had to wait 2 weeks where our recycling bins were overflowing and we weren't able to put them in the bins because they were already full. Luckily they were collected the 2 weeks after, but in total that's a month between our recycling bins getting collected.
The Hungry for Justice campaign began in Lincoln last Saturday by the Bakers, Food and Allied Workers Union. The protest, which took place on Lincoln's High Street, aims to raise the minimum wage to £10 an hour. The campaign hopes to bring an end to zero-hour contracts and improve conditions for employees within the food industry.
Within the food industry in general, health and safety is quite poor. People have been told to treat burns with mayonnaise in McDonald's. Generally, lots of equipment breaks very quickly, so it doesn't get replaced quickly, which means there's a danger in the workplace.
And now for the sport with Daniel Jefferson.
The National Short Course Championships. The club is known for the amount of professional swimmers it has produced, including Olympic swimmers Lizzie Simmons and Kate Hayward. The swimmers competing in the championships, which takes place just before Christmas, are following a strict training routine.
It depends on how old the swimmers are. So the younger swimmers don't train as much, but in the performance squad we've got a minimum of 7 sessions. A couple of the girls are doing 9 sessions a week at the moment, plus 2 or 3 gym sessions.
In football, Lincoln United suffered a blur to their playoff hopes after only managing a draw against Daventry Town. Daventry Town went 2 goals ahead before United then pulled a goal back after Ben Fairclough scored just before half-time. The comeback was completed when Jack McGovern headed home from a corner. We have been following Lindham hockey here on LSJ News, and the side continued their fine form with a 2-0 victory over Sheffield Hallam on Saturday. Lindham went ahead after a first half goal from Robert Johnston and doubled their lead shortly after the break, with Mike White converting a short corner to make it 2-0, and that is how it finished. Lindham travelled to Harrogate next week, looking to make it 5 wins in 6 games.
I thought we played really well. There were periods of the game when we were under pressure, and we sort of soaked that up, and we're starting to get there now with the unit play. So, yeah, really pleased to get a win and move further away from that relegation zone and to the middle of the table.
That's all for your sport. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Daniel. And now for our latest outlook on the weather, here's Ralph Gilsonen.
Christmas is around the corner, but there's no snow on the horizon just yet, so you can leave your hats and gloves at home. It'll be bright and breezy today with occasional showers, but it'll be cold in the wind though, with maximum temperatures of around 8 degrees. Showers will continue later on into this evening, with the temperature dropping down to around 4 degrees Celsius.
That's all your news for now. You can follow us on Twitter at LSJ Tweets and visit our website lsjnews.co.uk. Join us again at 2:45 for more with Daniel Khan. Goodbye.